In 2010, Black feminist Moya Bailey coined the term Misogynoir, specifically to address the violence experienced by Black women at the intersection of their race and gender. Misogynoir explains how Black women are not afforded the same protections associated with the patronizing perception of innocence, femininity, and fragility allowed to white women. Blackness masculinizes and adultifies Black women, turning them into perceived threats and reducing us to our sexual organs. Misogynoir also explains how Black men create stigmas about the instability of the feminine mindscape that constantly delegitimizes the beliefs and concerns of Black women, reducing us to extras, diversions, and unstable petty entities. Our womanhood is weaponized to disable our input on the politics of Blackness and excuse their violence against us. Black women are beaten down by both whiteness and maleness through the images of the irrational angry Black woman, the overly fertile welfare queen, the promiscuous Jezebel, or the asexual maternal mammy. Black men demand unyielding loyalty and understanding from Black women, urging them to hold Black men down and wait. Because of this rhetoric of unflinching loyalty, Black women have been abused, beaten, killed, raped, and sexually assaulted. And too many don't say anything because they don't want to get a Black man in trouble, and are unfairly programmed to think of the greater good of the Black community even at the expense of our lives. In return, Black men subject us to undue amounts of violence. Let's share some stats. Black women experience significantly higher rates of psychological abuse, including humiliation, insults, name-calling, and coercive control, than do women overall. 40 to 60% of Black women will be sexually assaulted by the age of 18. Black women are 2.5 times more likely to be murdered by their own men than their white counterparts. And for every 15 times a Black woman is raped, only one will report. On top of this, white women historically and contemporarily have incited, endorsed, precipitated, or erased incidents of violence against us rather than fostering sisterhood. Starting with white women being 40% of slave owners and so vicious to Black women, states like Virginia implemented laws to keep white women from beating us to death. White women often being the main precipitators of violence in Black women's forced domestic servitude while in the chain gang. White women spearheading the implementation of Tinyon laws, and evolving into white women erasing Black women from the women's liberation movement, though we are 6 times more likely to be suspended or expelled, and 6 times more likely to be trapped in the sex abuse to prison pipeline than white women and girls. White women stealing Tarana Burke's #MeToo, meant to bring light to violence against Black women in the South, and silencing the original benefactors. Brianna Brochu bragging about poisoning and assaulting her Black Jamaican college roommate for months. White women have continued to actively participate in violence against Black women. Whether at the hands of our own race and gender or another, there's an epidemic of violence specific to us, and that is misogynoir.